Hello out there to all of my fellow gold diggers. This is your girl Rita, also known as the self-proclaimed gold digger, and I am coming to you with another video on today, sharing with you how you can save money this Christmas. Yes, it is Christmas in July. We might as well get prepared for Christmas because it is going to be here before we know it. So please use some of these tips so that you can make the most out of your Christmas. Now, as always, before we jump into the video, I'm gonna definitely ask you to like the video. And if you are new to my channel and you enjoy this content or you found something helpful, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I have a goal of trying to reach 500 subscribers, and I will greatly appreciate your help in helping me to do that, either by you subscribing or you sharing my content with one friend or family member. Okay, all right, so how can you save money this Christmas? Well, first you need to start now in July, and the first tip that I'm going to share with you is to go ahead and create a Christmas account today. If you don't already have an account set up for Christmas, go ahead and set up an account today. If you haven't already seen my previous videos about why I have so many checking accounts, I have over like 20 accounts or whatever, check that video out. I'll try and link it up above as well. But definitely start saving for Christmas. You want to plan ahead for that event, and you want to try and get in the habit of saving on a regular basis, whether you put $50 aside every week, every month, whatever it is that you set aside, so that when Christmas rolls around, you're not having to go into debt by charging things on your credit card or pulling money from things that might be your light bill, your water bill, your mortgage, your rent, whatever. So go ahead and set that money aside, and that way also too, you can start keeping those funds separate, so you're not tapping into your regular accounts to fund Christmas this year. Because guess what, things are opening back up, as you probably all know. We are definitely trying to get back to normal. People are going to want to see one another. We haven't seen each other in like over a year. So you probably are going to be doing more traveling. You're going to be feeling a little bit more festive. You're going to be feeling a little bit more giving, and you don't want that to affect your finances just because you didn't plan ahead. So keep that in mind. Go ahead and make a Christmas account if you don't already have one, so that you can start budgeting for Christmas. Also, what you can be doing too is start looking at your gift cards that you have, setting those aside instead of maybe using them for your regular expenses or to get that outfit from, I don't know, Macy's or Target or wherever you shop. You can possibly use it to buy someone's Christmas gift, or re-gift the gift card if it has not been used as a Christmas gift to someone. So that is tip number one. Create your Christmas account today. Yes, today in July. All right, if you haven't done so already. Now, tip number two that I have is decide who and what you want to spend money on. So oftentimes when it comes around to Christmas time, all we think about is the gifts. Like, how many gifts who are we buying gifts for, or in that kind of thing. But not only do you want to create a list of who you want to spend on, but also what are you willing to spend on, or what are you planning to spend on? Like, are you having a Christmas party? Are you hosting something? Are you going to a work party? I mean, I know it's probably kind of far in advance to know if work is doing something, but if your work typically does something for Christmas, and you have to contribute, or decide now, like, I'm going to the work Christmas party or I'm not, because you have to give a certain gift or something like that. So decide who and what, especially if you are hosting, because like I said earlier, we're gonna want to get together with family and friends just because things have been shut down for so long. So what do you want to spend on? Do you want to spend money on hosting a Christmas event at your house? Are you planning some kind of Christmas trip where you are going out of town to visit family? Take all of that into consideration when you're creating your budget as well, so you can decide up front, okay, who and what can I spend on, and so you can start seeing now, is this even something feasible that I can do in the future. So you can go ahead and let family members know so they're not disappointed, or y'all can start planning ahead like, hey, I really want to visit you, but I gotta make sure I get this taken care of first in order to be able to do so, so that it's not a surprise why you can't go to grandma's house this year or whatever, or auntie's house this Christmas, so she's not upset with you because you're missing out or whatever. So just keep in mind, make a list of who and what you are planning on spending on this Christmas. You don't want to get caught up at the last minute. Hey guys, this is your girl Rita, also known as the self-proclaimed gold digger, and I wanted to share with you about an app I use to save money on gas. Every time I purchase gas using the app Get Upside, I save a certain amount off for each gallon purchase. And if you use my code Q5G5Q, when you make your first purchase, you'll save 15 cents off for every gallon you buy. That code, once again, is Q5G5Q. The app is called Get Upside. So you might as well save money on things that you're already purchasing. And with these COVID streets opening up, I know a lot of you are traveling more and more. So save money on that gas. Get the app, Get Upside, put in the code Q5G5Q, save 15 cents off of every gallon when you make your first purchase. All right. So let's get out there and let's save some money, guys. And that goes with Christmas shopping or just trying to throw together a trip at the last minute. You definitely don't want to be trying to find a hotel at the last minute around Christmas time, all because you didn't know if you were going to, I don't know, to the family event that is 2 states over or whatever. You definitely don't want to be doing that, because you will definitely be paying higher fees around that time. So decide now who and what you're planning to spend on. Now that leads me into the third tip, is to set a Christmas budget. Now oftentimes when we set a budget, when we set aside funds, it's mainly for gifts, and we forget about the other stuff we spend money on. So yes, you do need a gift budget, and you need to set that. Once you decide who you're spending on, you need to set a dollar amount and say, hey, I'm not going over, I don't know, 25, 50, 30, 15, 10, whatever, 5, whatever it is for these individuals. So you'll know if there's 5 people on your list and you say, I'm not spending more than $150, you need to divvy it up how much you're going to spend on each person so that you don't go over that amount. So we often think about the gift budget, but there are also budgets that we need to set as well, and that is like the food budget. So with the food budget, if you're planning on hosting or something like that, you know you're definitely going to need more food. Also around this time, we are either out of school or out of work if you have kids, out of school if you have kids, and home from work if you get time off. So you might be eating more than normal. Also, usually around the holidays times, there are certain foods that come around. You know, Starbucks has a certain kind of iced coffee that comes out. Different things come out. Like, there's certain foods that you want during the holiday season, and you will spend on it because you have a taste for it, or you decide to be in a baking mood, and you're just doing different things. You're eating a little bit differently during the holidays, and so your food budget may increase, and you just want to make sure you budget for that as well. Also, we tend to travel more, so when we're visiting, even if it's like a day trip or whatever, we're visiting friends and family, we might have to stop and get us something to eat that we wouldn't have had to do if we were just at home or whatever. Same thing when it comes to shopping. Like, we spent the whole day shopping, now you're hungry, so now you're getting something on the run. So think about your food budget, not just for at home, but also if you plan on traveling when you're shopping, so that you can cover those expenses as well. Also around this time too, you tend to get together with different friends that you haven't seen. They're inviting you over to different parties and stuff, your neighbors, that kind of thing as well. So plan for the food that you might have to bring a dish at certain local parties or friend parties or family parties and that kind of thing, as well as if you might be going out to eat. Like, this might be the time of the year that all of your buddies get together and y'all just go out to eat and y'all celebrate around the holiday time. So don't forget about those little things, which also leads me into the travel budget. So if you are going to have to travel, from going from place to place, whether it's in the next city or the next state over, or just traveling more because you're driving around trying to find that perfect gift, think about that travel budget. And if you're going to be out of town, not only are you going to have to worry about gas, but hotel, those accommodations, which goes back into food. If you're staying at a hotel, you're probably going to have to be, you're going to spend more money eating out. The other thing that you want to budget for too, that we sometimes forget, is our decorations, because we want our house to look cute. We want things to look just right or whatever. And the stores have tons of stuff that is so enticing that we pick up this little thing here and there, and we don't realize now we done spent $100 on some decorations, or we find out that our Christmas tree is just looking real raggedy and Charlie Brownish, and we need to get another one. And now your Christmas budget is blown because you haven't looked into these things early to realize, hey, I need to go ahead and budget for them now. So budget for decorations, and also think of miscellaneous things, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. So I always have, even in my line item budget, I always have a miscellaneous category for the just in case stuff happens. Okay. Now, the next tip number 4, is make your Christmas list and shop early as possible, which we've kind of touched upon it before. That goes back to tip number 2. When you make that list of people who you're going to be shopping for, make a list of possible things they would like, or that they don't like, or what they have already requested or you think they might be interested in. Because if you can find this stuff early in the stores and set it up in a way, then you're not having to shop at the last minute when everybody else is like shopping for this popular item or the same thing as you. So when you make your Christmas list of the people who you are shopping for, put down, anywhere from 2 to 5 items that they might like, and keep that list handy. So when you do go into stores over the next 5 months or so, if you see that item and you see it's on sale, you can go ahead and pick it up for that person. And that way you're not waiting until, after Thanksgiving and be like, oh my gosh, what do they want? Let me try and figure out something that they want. And you're just like picking up random stuff that people really don't even want in the first place. Like, be thoughtful about your gift. Also take inventory of what you have in your closet or in your storage, because you might have something in there that they actually been wanting or been asking you about, because you're not using it and you keep saying you're going to use it, and you're like, no girl, I'm going to be using it. So that might be a gift that you can give to people. And shopping early for the gifts also allows you to compare prices. So if you see, hey, this item is, I don't know, $50 and now it's dropped down and now it's on sale for $40, you'll know you're getting it at a good deal. Or if you see it staying at $50, you're like, sister girl gonna have to get something else because this one is out of my budget. All right, now the last and final tip that I have for you is don't forget miscellaneous expenses and budget accordingly. Now, for miscellaneous expenses, don't forget, if you're ordering something online and you might have to pay a shipping fee or whatever, or you've gotten something for someone but they're out of town or out of state or something and you have to mail it to them, those shipping fees, think about that, because you don't want to be spending $20 on shipping for a little $10 gift. Okay, you might want to get them something else or whatever. Just get them the gift card and call it a day. Okay, but think about that. Think about the wrapping paper, the bows. Think about Christmas cards. Not only buying the Christmas cards, but are you sending out Christmas cards? Because once again, that goes back to the shipping and the postage of what you might have to be spending a little bit extra on. Christmas pictures. I know our family usually takes Christmas pictures around this time. So not only if you're having it professionally done, what is the cost for you to have it professionally done, but also what is the cost for those cute little outfits, like those cute little PJs you and the family are going to be wearing. Like, you need to budget for that too as well, so that doesn't creep up on you and you just go out and get stuff because you got to have those family pictures every year or whatever, and now you done spent $200 on some pajamas or whatever. Now, also keep in mind, around this time, you tend to be in a more giving spirit, which there is nothing wrong with that. I'm all about giving. So your giving, your donations, you might be giving stuff away or giving to your favorite charity and things like that. So budget for that. Keep that in mind when you are creating your Christmas budget. And the last and final thing that you want to make sure you budget for, because you're probably going to do it, is for any little splurges that you might do. Because it happens more often than not that you are out shopping for someone else for Christmas or for whatever, But then you find something that is just super duper cute that you just have to have, and you end up getting it for yourself, and next thing you know, you still ain't got the gift for the person who you were shopping for, but you got you a whole cute outfit. So you know it's going to happen. More than likely it's going to happen. Go ahead and budget for it so that you don't feel bad about it, and you don't feel bad about spending the money that you were supposed to spend on that, on so and so's gift, on something for yourself. Okay, so those are my tips. Just a quick recap: the 5 tips to help you save money this Christmas, starting now, is Christmas in July, is one, to create a Christmas account today if you don't already have one. Number 2 is decide who and what you want to spend money on. 3 is to set a Christmas budget and remember all those little line items within that budget, you know, food, decorations, all that extra stuff. Tip number 4 is make your Christmas list and shop early. Make a list of the stuff that you want to get for those people. And tip number 5 is don't forget all of those miscellaneous expenses that you might incur this Christmas, and please budget accordingly. All right, that is all I have for now. This is your girl Rita, also known as the self-proclaimed gold digger. Until next time, take care, everyone.